Hey guys, Dante here. Welcome back to the Burger Salt Reviews. And today we're going to be reviewing this beauty right here. This is the Dinobot Slash, one of the new figurines from the Powers of the Prime line. It is our first and so far only female Dinobot. As you can tell, she's not in the box right now because I already opened this sucker. It was a bit of an early Christmas gift to me. I love that artwork and the overall old style of the Transformers. Not so much the box art, but rather how the Dinobots were depicted. On the back, you of course have all your little, what's its and who's its. You could attach a Power Master Prime or a Headmaster or whatever you want to call it into the back of her, but not in her head because she's too small for that. And she has a little bio right here. The bio reads, Elite Tracker always finds her prey. Oh, sorry, no, her target. Elite Tracker always finds her target. And that's right, her right there striking a pose. Small box. All these boxes, as you know, come with the basic instructions. And these little bio-esque kind of cards. Well, these used to be bio cards, but now they're just like a little slogan all about the Prime Master that usually comes with it, but in this case, not so much, because once again, she does not have a Prime Master. She comes just by herself. Dinobot Slash, there she is again. Powers of the Primes. It says Onyx Slash. So it's like Onyx, her official name? I don't know. Onyx Slash. Unleash maximum Raptor Beast Power. Whatever the heck that means. But yeah, that's the card. Personally, one downside to I don't know, just the recent way they've been making official Transformers, you kind of lose the love and the awe and experience of reading an entire bio about their strengths and their weaknesses. Now, most of these, with the Headmasters and now with the Power of the Prime, or the Headmasters, which are now called, of course, Titans Return, same thing, Titans Return Headmaster, Power Prime's Headmaster. You get like one snippet of like, not even like a quote from the character, just something like, this character runs fast, or this character has super strength, and that's just pretty much it. Anyway, enough of the box art. Let's get to the juice. Let's get to the real meat. Boom. Ah, she's so tiny and she's so far away. Let's adjust and zoom in a bit. And there we go. Here is Dinobot Slash. I love this toy. I love this figurine. I like small Transformers. I like unique Transformers. And Dinobots, they're dinosaurs. I was a big fan of Beast Wars back in the 90s. The American Beast Wars, or Canadian if you want to do that. But yeah, so this is right up my alley. I saw her and I loved her. She's really cute, really small. She has, the articulation in the legs, which will end up being the Dinobot, the robot arms. She's built primarily in the style of the G1 figures, with the big rounded leg pieces, which will of course end up being shoulder pieces, with that semi-transparent, translucent, something I could see through it kind of headpiece. And she has, little articulation in the mouth. Head looks up, chest looks up only because of transformation. And she got little tiny whiny. Let me see if I can fix the focus. Come on now. Focus for me, no? No? Well, she got little tiny whiny hands. There you go. Very, very cute hands. She got little raptor feet with one extra toe sticking up. And yeah, she is a raptor. Doesn't say Velociraptor. Doesn't say what kind of raptor. There's lots of raptors out there. And then you can also argue which raptors didn't exist. Whether or not she should have feathers on her. But whatever. She's a raptor. Now, I think the Dinobots kind of fit perfectly in the whole Prime, Titan, Headmaster thing. Because the original Dinobots all had little chairs in their backs. When we were little, back in the old days, the 1980s, we had no idea why they had little chairs in their backs. And it was because the Dinobots were based on a pre-existing toy line that had little figurines. But Transformers didn't have little people figurines. So we just sat there aimlessly trying to stick Grimlock's sword or his gun into the backpack, thinking it was going to hold somehow. So it kind of makes sense to use the Dinobots as the new Master People. And there you go. You can slide any Headmaster Once again, Titans Return characters into the back, and it slots just like that. And I think it's a great way of like revisiting an old gimmick that was never utilized. I mean, granted, proportional wise, like here's a human, here's a raptor. The raptor is about the size of a T.R.I.X. Let me just. There we go. And just, we could sit here and hum the theme song from Jurassic Park. Na 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 na. Anyway, let's give it a that. Let's get to the fun part. Let's get to the transformation. But before I do want to put one little nitpick out there. So if you like Transformers, if you like dinosaurs, boom, boom, right here. That's what you want. That's what you get. My only nitpick is that big old gap she has in what is basically her tum-tum, her little area here. Her belly pretty much becomes her robot legs. Very similar to, well, Dinobot from Beast Wars. And frankly, all they really had to do was add a little bit more of a plastic extension off the back of what would eventually be the robot calf. Just something here to fill up that gap. It's a nitpick, but it does kind of bug me, especially from a side view. From a front view, she's very stocky. Once again, kind of resembling Dinobot from Beast Wars. It's like, look at that. That's a Dinobot stance. No articulation in the tail, by the way. Just goes up and down because of transformation. Yeah, so the most you're going to get are the legs, the arms, which pivot up and down, the head that pivots up and down. So let's transform her. Let's start with the head. You're going to open this backpack up. Which, by the way, is also in the same shimmery, semi-transparent, translucency? Transformers translucency? I don't know. See-throughness as the head. And this entire piece comes back and just sits right in there and you close it. You notice it doesn't close all the way though. It just, very odd. That's a very odd thing to do. It just kind of sits partly open. And the hands just, I usually just stick them up like this. Have them coming upward. That way they don't hang downward when the feet come down, which I'm going to do now. Here is the belly. You open up her belly, which reveals pretty much the entire robot right beneath it. Split those legs. Split that tum-tum and rotate at the knees, or rather rotate at the thigh swivel right there. And she got feet that hide very well. They rotate all the way in, almost a full 360. Now as I transform the feet, listen very closely. Listen to this noise. Ah, you hear that? One thing that's really good about this robot, this toy in general, as you transform it, everything clicks nice and tight. I don't know how well you can see. Oh, it'll be on the outside. There we go. See that little divot right there? One divot, and over here is a peg, kind of reverting back to Raptor mode. These click very well together. Everything clicks so nice, and it really keeps its shape. The only issue you get is, as I showed earlier, if you lift the head up, the entire dinosaur little arm and shoulders tend to go with it. But aside from that, everything clicks so nicely. So there we go. We have just giant Velociraptor hands, but we could fix that. Once again, listen nice and closely. I don't know if you can hear that, but essentially, the back of the raptor feet has this little rectangular peg that slots into the bottom of the open hand. So the feet slot nicely, the robot feet slot nicely, everything just goes where it needs to go. And then to end it all, you just take the entire dinosaur tail and flip it back. And there, whoop, if I get her to stand, here we have Slash. Or Onyx Slash. Onyx is a cool name, but for now, Slash. And I love her. Let's see if I can focus on the head sculpt just a little bit. Come on now, camera. There we go. She has big, big sunglasses. She has pouty lips. She has a little crest on top. It's a very G1 Dinobot kind of feel. She has the color tones of red and silver. The big shoulders, once again, with that semi-transparent yellowish plastic inside, just to give it effect. The shoulders are ball jointed, so they move around in all directions, very, very nice and smoothly. 90-degree at the arm, so it goes all the way up, goes all the way down. All the needed movement for both robot and dinosaur mode. Ball jointed hips. There's that thigh swivel. About 90-degree bend at the knee, no double jointed, but you know, she's small. She has a bit of a backpack. As mentioned earlier, the actual door does not close completely on the raptor head, but when you have the tail over it, when you have the legs folded up, this backpack, strangely enough, just kind of tapers together very nice and smooth. And she's so freaking cute. I love this character. I love this toy. I've heard lots of bad things about these so-called animated show, even though it's like snippets online for what is now the Power of the Prime. I've seen it. It does not impress at all. She's so sassy. Look at her sassiness. I only mention it because, like, I would love to see this character in an animated show. Given the original Dinobots, how they were all either kind of dumb and kind of savage, I would love to have, like, this little sister. She has to be the little sister of the group. Just be really angry and aggressive. Not Scrappy-Doo, I want to be tough. Like, genuinely, like, she is a threat, but she's so freaking tiny and cute. That's me. I don't know what they're going to do with her. Probably nothing, but it's rare you get a nice official character that's a female character in Hasbro that's brand new and just stands out. Yes, we've had a few characters. Strong Arm, I thought was a cool character from the last animated Transformer show. Strong Arm was cool, but man, I would love to see a little kind of slightly dim-witted yet completely battle competent female Dinobot. She has no weapons. Her hands seem to be 5mm. In fact, let me double check that right now. Give me 1 second, guys. So I got two massive guns, and they're black, so they match her motif. Let me see. Yes, indeed. We have 5mm ports. Oh my gosh, she looks so freaking cool with this. Let me see if I get into a nice pose. There we go. As you noticed, I did tilt her head. So her head does turn 360, but it does not look up and down. It's too small for it. You could give her giant FU guns. So giant, they don't fit in my camera. Let me tilt back. Look at that. With a giant FU guns. Oh my god. Which is another like joyful moment. The fact that she's so small. Yet, despite her size, when compared to the other Dinobots, she actually fits perfectly. Because she's a raptor. She's meant to be the smallest of the group. But then you could just give her all the big guns from all the other characters. Which is why I like her so much. Can you tell I like her? Can you tell I'm gushing over this little character? She's so cute and small. Clean transformation. Good articulation. Nothing feels cheap. Nothing feels like it's going to snap off. My only complaint is, once again, the gap when she transforms. Due to the way the legs are. And the fact that this door just kind of sits on top. You might want to be careful. That door, it's a strong plastic. It doesn't feel like it's going to break. But don't try and squeeze it shut. If you try and squeeze it shut, it will snap right off. I could tell just by the leverage that's on it. And that's her, guys. Dinobot Onyx I guess. Dinobot / comes with a little instruction book. If you can find her in stores, pick her up. Even though she's meant to go alongside all the new re-releases of the new Dinobot combiners, which are Dinobots with Headmaster, Prime Master, Titan gimmick, Combiner gimmick, all in one, in the old retro G1 style. It's a huge deal that they're combining all these things, and from what I've seen online, they work very well. She is part of that. However, I have yet to see anyone talk about whether or not she can even combine in any way with Volcanus, the final Dinobot combiner monster thing. I don't think she combines at all. I'm sure some fans out there will find a way to incorporate her. If not, she can always just sit on their shoulder, a la Japanese giant robot, the little kid on top of the shoulder of the giant robot, and I'll be happy with that. And that's that. Anyway, guys, once again, I am Dante. Like, favorite, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the future. Later.